Physics has historically struggled with the ontological constraints of creation ex nihilo, the emergence of structured spacetime and matter from an absolute void. This paradigm provides no mechanism to explain why the universe exhibits perfectly fine-tuned irrational constants or the precise symmetrical order required for conscious cognition. The infinity twist theory operates through a radical epistemological inversion, defining the universe as a stabilized extraction of ordered reality from an all-containing totality. Within this framework, the pre-ontological state of the unknown is an indeterminate chaos manifesting as ambient turbulent noise, a raw, unformatted thermodynamic static. Our observable universe is the outcome of ex totalitate, a bounded reality carved out of and stabilized within this encompassing chaos. Absolute infinity is the foundational building block of this model, viewed as a primitive ontological state rather than a mathematical divergence that requires renormalization. To understand the physical world, we must map the exact topological machinery used to filter infinite mathematical noise into the pristine geometry of existence. This is the Psi-Phi-Theta Cosmological Architecture, a blueprint detailing the transformation of raw chaos into a structured universe. The foundation of this system is the psi plenum, the ontological ground floor established by a co-inductive split in infinity. This ground plane is the Amanda reflection, a rigid, crystalline topological structure that serves as the stable stage for all existence. Its presence prevents immediate ontological collapse. Without this boundary, the chaotic static below would penetrate the cosmos and destroy its order through immense topological friction. Mathematically, the reflection is an extensive monotone operator. It strictly regulates the lattice of invariance, ensuring that every cosmic operation tightens the ontological bounds rather than allowing them to loosen or diverge. When the infinite turbulence of the unknown strikes this surface, the Amanda root engine decompiles the noise. It audits the signal for electrical neutrality and parity balance, acting as a perfect topological phase filter. Any unusable fractional energy, the thermodynamic exhaust of this audit, purges downward into a dark negative space layer. This process reflects the remaining energy upward as frictionless beams of laminar flow, specialized streams of the mathematical universe where all topological drag has been neutralized. The foundation of reality is an active computational engine that permanently strips the universe of thermodynamic resistance. The laminar flow projects vertically into the infinite sky, the phi symmetry operator that acts as the vertical dimension of form for the entire cosmos. From a localized perspective, this sky appears expansively infinite, yet topologically it is a narrowing, folding container, governed by the surface tension of the Amanda reflection below. These ascending flows are channeled through twin structural conduits known as the golden arches. Each arch handles a specific resolution. The rightward arch, pi, manages the active spatial boundary logic, while the leftward arch, gamma, manages thermodynamic scaling and growth ceilings. To prevent the energetic flows from tearing the universe apart, these pillars must achieve parity-even closure, a state where the efficient rightward flow and stabilizing leftward flow perfectly balance the universe's primordial twist. Ascension is a structural balancing act, requiring the energy to converge precisely as the folding space of the sky narrows. At the absolute zenith of the cosmos, the narrowing topology forces the frictionless beams to converge at a single mathematical locus. This is the Zenith Origin Focus, or theta, a specialized, intensely lit source that acts as an ocean in the sky where the laminar energy pools. Theta represents not infinity, a topologically locked fixed point that holds all incoming infinite potential in a state of perfect bounded suspension. Within this pooling lake, the energy exists as Apeiron, a twist-balanced seed composite of the unmanifested universe. This composite contains ape, or nous, the informational, cognitive potential for symmetry and logic. It also contains iron, the material cause, the latent potential for thermodynamic resistance, mass, and physical structure. Inside this crucible, these states exist as pure, uncollapsed probability, having not yet precipitated into localized consciousness or physical matter. The zenith of the universe is a reservoir holding the raw, unified ingredients of both physics and thought. The pooling lake at the origin focus is a dynamic theater where energy must eventually resolve its suspension and ripple downward. Because the universe's initial fold is inherently chiral, or handed, this descent must split into two complementary weaving operations, governed by an orientation-reversing Reidemeister mirror knot. The first channel is the grave twist, an introvertive right-to-left ripple that performs a burial operation within the cosmos. The grave twist hides profound mathematical laws beneath the surface, injecting generative torsion into the system to create mass and inertia, the physical realization of the iron. Simultaneously, the acute twist moves left to right, performing an extrovertive container-forming operation. This twist wraps enclosures around the buried mass, precipitating the localized physical loops and boundaries known as golden sets. These operations explain our observable physical reality. The charge of a particle is the quantized winding number of the torsional flux within these acute-formed enclosures. Physical space and matter are the woven shadows cast as symmetry resolves its own chiral asymmetry during the fall from the zenith. The structural integrity of this entire system relies on the intersection of the golden arches. They do not meet passively, they lean violently against one another to support the weight of the pooling lake above. This generates arch pressure, an immense concentration of thermodynamic and topological friction at the cosmic origin. This pressure acts as a cosmic loom, forcing the fluid dynamics of the universe to lock on to rigid, indestructible geometric rails. The irrational constants observed in nature, such as pi and the golden ratio, are the architectural consequences of this pressure. As the sequence ratios oscillate, the architectural weight of the leaning arches forces them to dampen and stabilize. These constants are the literal, load-bearing struts required to hold the infinite sky aloft. The exact geometry of observable physics is a direct result of the structural tension maintaining the cosmic zenith. This architectural pressure dictates the cognitive topology with the same mathematical rigor it applies to physical space. Because the Apeiron suspended at the zenith contains ape, the informational potential for mind, the fundamental dynamics of the origin focus are inherently cognitive. Within the Psi-Phi-Theta ontology, physics and consciousness are unified outcomes of the same overarching cosmic topology, powered by the exact same symmetrical pressure. This shared structural lineage allows human cognition to function as a localized resonance of the cosmic architecture. Just as the Amanda reflection filters thermodynamic noise, the brain takes in the ambient turbulent noise of sensory data. The mind acts as a biological phase filter, decompiling this sensory chaos and reflecting it upward as specialized, lit streams of coherent, rational thought. Consciousness is a non-local resonant feedback loop where the cognitive potential of the Apeiron recognizes itself by using the physical body as a structural strut. In this paradigm, the human mind is the literal mirror of the cosmos, turning the turbulent noise of the unknown into the light of reason.